Hi, I'm Janet. I'm the ministry leader here at the Celebrate Recovery. I'm glad you're here. At Celebrate Recovery, you'll often hear us say that it's for anyone that struggles with a hurt, habit, or hang-up. A hurt from your past, maybe a difficult situation from your childhood that you're still struggling with processing through. A habit could be anything that controls you, something that you'd like to stop doing, but you continue, such as drugs, alcohol, shopping, gambling, or even food. A hang-up is something that could possibly be a difficult time setting boundaries in a relationship. You might find yourself in the same dysfunctional patterns in relationship after relationship, not knowing why it is that you've come to this place again in your life. Celebrate Recovery is a biblical program based on the Beatitudes of Jesus. It takes us through the 8 principles step by step, day by day, one day at a time. At Celebrate Recovery, we begin to step out of denial and face our fears. We admit we are powerless over these things that tend to control us, and we start to process through our old relationships, our new relationships, the people that have hurt us, and the people that we have hurt in our past and in our present. So what we really want to do today is just tell you about Celebrate Recovery, that it's for anyone that struggles with any type of hurt, habit, or hang-up. If you have a struggle in your life, then Celebrate Recovery is a place that you can come to find healing and freedom. And we start that journey by talking to one another, talking to God, and allowing people to join us so that we can become vulnerable. You know, the reality of it is that the issue that causes us to come to recovery in the first place, maybe it's because we wanted to stop drinking, maybe it's because we wanted to stop using the internet so much. That isn't the root issue. What we find when we process through at Celebrate Recovery, when we process through our emotions and our feelings, is that there's a root issue that causes us to do these things, which we consider a symptom of the root. So as you process with people and you start to become honest with yourself and others, those roots become exposed, and we can then live out of the freedom that God intended for us in the first place. When I first started at Celebrate Recovery, I was depressed. I was having a hard time making decisions, providing for my family. Everyday tasks that seemed pretty common were overwhelming to me. And so as I walked through those doors at Celebrate Recovery and started to allow myself to be vulnerable and honest with the struggles that I was having in my life, I was met with women that have gone before me on this journey, and they had so much empathy and compassion because they had been there before. And so as I began to open up and allow God to reveal those root issues in my life, I was able to walk out this life with so much more freedom, so much more joy, and the peace that surpasses all understanding that God talks about. And so now I get the privilege and the honor of helping others in their journey as they begin to realize that their lives may be unmanageable and that they're struggling with things, maybe even for the very first time.
What brought me to Celebrate Recovery is my lifestyle I was living, addiction.
I came to recovery in 2009 for the first time after rehab for drug addiction.
Originally I was referred by my therapist. I was seeing for anxiety and family of origin issues.
What brought me into recovery was the last few years of my life was a little bit of a struggle with some things going on in my life, and I was trying to do it on my own will, just trying to find other ways to overcome the hurts that I have encountered over the last few years.
Kind of interesting. I came to Celebrate Recovery for somebody else. And after being here for a period of time in denial, not thinking that there was anything wrong with me, I came back to Celebrate Recovery like 6 months after I started coming.
I came to Celebrate Recovery because I had deep feelings of fear, anxiety, and there was no joy in my life, even though I was a Christian.
Celebrate Recovery has become a foundation for my life. It has made me into a man. It is a place where I became responsible.
Recovery has become a daily thing for me. It's honestly changed my life. I'm here every Friday night, and I've met so many amazing people here through Celebrate Recovery.
It's an extended family for me. All the other people that are here have become my brothers and my sisters. It has become more than just a recovery process, it's become a home.
I'm able to have healthy relationships and friendships and hold a job and go back to school. Me and my husband own a house and we're raising our kids, and none of those things were a part of my story at all.
I'm much more at peace and content with my life, but I'm also have been able to learn to rely more on God and less on other people.
Before I started coming to Celebrate Recovery, I basically had nothing. I was living in my grandfather's basement. Me and my wife shared a car. And since coming to Celebrate Recovery, I now am a hard worker at my job. I don't miss any days. I'm a great role model for my kids. In the last 5 years, I built a brand new home. We went from 1 car to having 3 cars. I have a couple bank accounts. And that's just material things. But other than that, my marriage is based on God. God's the center of it. My kids are seeing that. My kids will never see me drunk. They will never see me sneaking around doing drugs or anything ungodly like.
Before, I used to make a commitment to meddling in everybody else's life. And now I commit my life to Christ and my own recovery and learning in how to grow with just being happy with my own life.
Because of my commitment to Celebrate Recovery, I've learned not to be afraid of commitment. I used to run and isolate myself in fear, but I've learned to stay now and realize that God gives me a strength that I never knew that He did.
If you're in need of help and you're looking for somewhere where you can get out everything that is binding you up inside and really express your feelings to someone that you'll be able to trust and be accountable with, this is a great place to be.
Any way that you come in here, you could be suffering from all kind of hurts and habits and hang-ups, but this place shows you love, compassion, and it just accepts you for who you are and where you are in life.
It's a place that you can go to and experience love and care and be vulnerable, and you won't be judged, and you can also experience the same freedom that I've experienced.
It's a place that you can share all your struggles and realize there's other people out there that struggle with the exact same thing you do.
If you are someone that is in need of help, I say come, because this is a place where you journey with others going through the same thing as you, and it's a place of hope to be able to find the freedom that you're looking for.